And then all of a sudden, Raleigh Fun Killer comes up to me and says,
"We don't need you out on the floor anymore.
what?
Come back and help in the back room."
And I'm just totally confused, okay? Like, I have no idea why he says this. Zero, none. Like, are we overstaffed, or am I making the other brothers look bad because of my excellence? Or, I don't know.
That is a scene from the hit show The Residents. Edwina Findley plays the hilarious White House butler Sheila, and the show is a whodunit and a comedy, as you can just tell. And Edwina is here to tell us more about her role and the show. It is so good to have you here and to meet you.
I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Tell us a little bit more about this show.
Yeah,
well, it looks really funny.
It is so funny. I remember when I first read the script, I was laughing out loud. And I feel like anytime a script really captures your attention with just the words on the page before you bring it to life, you know you have something special, from Paul William Davies, who's amazing. But it's a whodunit, but it's a incredible comedy set in the White House. And you've got all these wonderful characters, including Miss Sheila, who has a very tenuous relationship with the truth. She also has a bit of a drinking problem.
Oh, okay.
You know, but she's like this star that's trying to live her best life, but is feeling very stifled by some of the decorum of the White House. And you begin to see that tension in the show.
Yes, and I mean, this cast is amazing. And people are really talking about you just really stepping out and shining in this character.
Oh, thank
I mean, stealing the show.
Well, you know, as actors, we do the work. You know what I mean? Like, I trained at NYU and then ICB and then worked with a coach from Yale. And, you know, for me, it's really been about honesty and truth and bringing that to the screen. And then, of course, this is a comedy, right?
Yes.
So, like, using those comedic chops as well. So it's really been a delight that people have received my performance and this role so phenomenally.
Yeah, and is it fun playing this character? It looks like a lot of fun.
See, I'm originally from Washington, D.C.,
Yes.
so when I read Sheila, you know, I immediately said, oh my gosh, that's this person, that's that person. And I had such a strong vision of where she was from, what neighborhood she was from, what street she was from, how she spoke, her accent, her lilt, her rhythm, right? And so all of those things go into crafting a performance and crafting a character. And the fact that I am originally from Washington, that just made it even more exciting for me to bring an element of that very real culture to the forefront on screen.
And you kind of have a little inside there because you had a family member who worked at the White House, right?
I do. My grandmother, bless her, she passed at age 98 years old.
98, wow.
Yeah.
And she worked there.
She worked at the White House. President Bush 1, President Bush 2, Clinton. And so growing up, our home was filled with White House paraphernalia. And every year we got the Christmas cards and the Christmas ornaments. And all over our house, there were pictures of my grandparents with the presidents every year. And so this past year was my very first time ever as an adult receiving Christmas cards from the White House. And I just teared up. You know, all I could think of was my grandmother. So being able to do this show set in the White House has just been a full circle manifestation, a manifestation of a God dream is what I call it. So I feel very honored to be able to step into her shoes.
And they've done a really good job of making this set into a really good replica, correct?
Oh, it's an exact replica. Every fireplace, every drape, every rug is an exact match of the White House to scale. So when we all walked in, those who had physically been to the White House felt like they were right back there, you know? And for those who have dreamed of being in the White House, it's like, wow, I'm able to be at the White House for the first time, because that's how meticulous they were in crafting this, this White House.
Wow, and it's so important to do that. And you've been so busy, you've also written a book.
I have. I have. The book is called The World is Waiting for You, and it's really my love letter to dreamers. You know, I know that sometimes it can be tough when a person has a big vision and has a calling on their life and they're just not sure what to do with it. But this book is really about planting that seed that you have greatness inside of you. No matter what your circumstances right now, no matter where you find yourself in life, the world is waiting for you to step out and declare the gifts and talents and abilities that you have, because it's going to bless you and it's also going to bless a multitude of other people. So there's a lot of wisdom in it from wonderful people I've worked with: Oprah, Shonda Rhimes, Tyler Perry, Viola Davis, who wrote the foreword. And it's really a spiritual and practical guide for manifesting your God dream.
Wow. And you say it with such conviction. I believe you every step of the way. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming and sharing so much with us. We certainly appreciate it. And again, you can catch Edwina Findley on The Residents. It's now streaming on Netflix, and you can find more information about the show and her book by just going to our website, kcalnews.com, and clicking Seen on TV.